Hey, welcome back to Vancouver Breakfast. It is a lovely day outside. It's a lovely day to make muskox. I'm Ted Schritt. This is Linda Freeman, and she's going to make up some muskox.
We are, and Mark Hills joins me this morning. And Mark, right off the top, we have to mention that you're the largest wild game provider. Now, is that in all of Canada or just here on the West Coast?
Well, we'd like to think all of Canada, but really the West Coast is where we do the bulk of our business.
And some interesting types of wild game that you bring. And of course, to our plate this morning, you're bringing muskox.
That's right. This is from Banks Island in the Northwest Territories. And I'm just going to start cubing it up here. We're getting ready to make a wild Arctic muskox ragu. So we want some nice stew-sized pieces of the muskox.
Now, what does muskox taste like? How would you describe the flavor? I know it's difficult, but how would we describe it?
Muskox is a unique flavor on its own because it's from the wild. You don't really have the, you can't really compare it to beef because the muscle texture and the fat content is so distinctly different. Mm-hmm. The fat content in wild meat is nowhere near the same as domestic livestock either. So the fat in wild game is actually good for you, whereas the fat in domestic is not necessarily good for you.
So it's a healthier choice.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now you're just going to put a little bit of flour and seasoning around the meat?
I put the muskox cube meat into a seasoned flour, and we should turn on this pan here and get this going. Is that on high?
On high, yep.
And we'll put a little olive oil in there, and we can get this going. You could stir that around for me.
Okay.
And over here, we're going to saute the vegetables so we can get that one ready too. So
great.
I'm going to keep you busy stirring that stuff.
I can handle that.
I'll just get this coated up here. Just try not to get it all over my hands.
Even the olive oil smells good. I must be hungry.
In this seasoned flour, I've got just salt and pepper and a little garlic.
To give it a little bit of flavor.
A bit of a zing.
Now, where can we purchase this around the area? If there's people that would like to try wild game and some different types of meats, where can you get it?
Well, if you want to try it and cook it for yourself, there's a couple of retail stores that stock it. Save On Meats on Hastings, Armando's Butcher Shop in Granville Island, and there's several butcher shops that we deal with that will bring this into order. So you just have to ask your butcher, and there's no problem to get it in.
Is it really expensive?
Well, it depends on the cut. This is a top butt, which probably would wholesale around the $9 a pound range. So retail probably around $12 a pound. But the difference in flavor and the fact that you're eating game, you don't necessarily need an 8-ounce portion like you would of beef or something. You only need 4 to 6 ounces because it sits heavier on the palate and it's much more a much more intense flavor. I think we're going a little too high there.
Oh boy.
Okay, while the beef is cooking, maybe we'll get these vegetables sauteing as well. But we'll start with some button mushrooms, which I've sliced previously, and put with diced wild boar. This is wild boar from Oliver, BC.
Oh, wow.
And give that a stir. We smoke the wild boar bacon in our shop in Burnaby.
That's great. Wild boar smoked.
Yeah. I've blanched these turnips to take a bit of the edge off them.
Okay.
You can just saute those around.
So you could put about a cup or a half a cup of all types of vegetables that you'd like. Potato, if you wanted to, would work as well. This
would be a nice meal for probably 4 people by the time we're complete. Now,
great.
I should mention that because this is wild meat, we've marinated it. This piece was sitting overnight in a marinade of red wine, onions, carrots, juniper berries. Juniper goes very well with game. And peppercorns and a bay leaf. And I took that out and cubed it as you saw there.
Well, it just smells amazing. And we've got all kinds of different types of ways to do muskox over there that you can find at your shop?
That's right. I've put together, this is the top butt that we are cooking today. We do a dried, what the Inuit call mitku, which means dried meat. And basically, they just dry it in their kitchen for about 5 days, turning it over on their oven grill.
It takes a lot of work to prepare something like that.
Oh,
where are you located?
Time. In Burnaby, just behind Costco.
And the phone number?
421-3100.
And we're going to taste this. We all have one pre-prepared, but we'll taste that when we come back.
Okay.
Thanks, Mark.
Wonderful.
Well, thanks, Nemo. You did a great job in it, and I guess we're not going to really get a white Christmas after all, but it's kind of dicey. Darn it, darn it. But thanks to everybody who came out this morning, the Croatian Folklore Ensemble, and we had the Muskox guy.
We did. Mark's back there cooking it up. I had a quick taste, but we didn't have enough time to get it out here to actually show it, but it smells amazing. We'll all have some as we end. 50 Santa Claus is coming our way tomorrow. We'll see you then on Vancouver Breakfast.
Happy holidays!
Happy Hanukkah!